The gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Scott, who is also the chair of the House Agricultural Committee, is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Chairman Gensler, how are you? First thing I want to say, Chairman, is congratulations. As both you and I are graduates of the Wharton School of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, where we received our MBAs, Master of Business Administration, we all are very proud of you. And plus, I think you're the only one now who's been both chairman of the CFTC and chairman of the SEC. What an accomplishment. Let me start off here because I'm so excited about one of the first things that you have done at the SEC is establish climate change as one of your top priorities. And as chairman of our House Agriculture Committee, I make climate change a very important part. We just had Greta Garbo's hearings to get us started in that. But my question is that you have released a newly proposed environmental social governance regulation. Tell us, how exposed is our financial and security system to these weather patterns and monetarily, investment, equipment, the floods up north in New York, the fires burning up half of the West? This is serious. What is the economic and financial impact in your arena in terms of securities?
Well, I thank you for asking that. I would note that I'm the second person to have this honor, and the first was Mary Shapiro, who chaired both of these great commissions. And the reason I mention is she's also, subsequent to being at the SEC, done a lot of work on climate risk disclosure. So we're trying to build upon the work of something that investors have come to look to, this task force on climate financial disclosure, or TCFD, that Mary is now working at. I also want to say that it's really up to investors. Investors are looking for this disclosure because climate risk can affect a company, and it could affect their physical risk. If a flood comes, hurricanes come, or other physical indicia of climate risk hit a company. And then there's also transition risk, that companies may be adjusting their business models for their own self-declared goals. Many companies have said publicly they're going to have lower emissions or net zero emissions at some future date, but also jurisdictions have. So what they might be doing, what their jurisdictions might be doing, what their customers and competitors might be doing could affect their transition paths in the future. So investors want to know more.
Chairman, I want to get to this other question because it's so important too. And much has been made about GameStop and Reddit and Robinhood and all of that. What are you doing to protect investors, protect our security system? And then secondly, what can and must Congress do to stop this? Put punitive measures, making it a felony. We got to get tough so that we can protect. Our financial system is the heart and soul. And within that, it is our investment, our stock markets, that must be held away from this mess. So what can we do? What can Congress do to put some strong punitive measures in to stop this fraudulent behavior with our social media?
Well, the GameStop events raised numerous issues, some of which are in the plumbing and the infrastructure of clearinghouses, but you're at another level about whether there was things that Congress could do to address the challenges there. What we're doing at the SEC is 3 or 4 different projects. The plumbing, which I talked about, the clearing, trying to shorten the clearing cycles. Two is we put out for comment for the public to weigh in on use of digital engagement practices. And three, I've asked the
I know my
staff.
time is getting short here, but I do want to say this, Chairman. I have asked my staff to begin putting together a bill that we can have strong enforcement powers, put fines in, put jail sentences in, make it tough so we will not allow these social media platforms to abuse the basic foundation of our great nation. Rests in our stock exchange. You and I both studied that. We got to protect our financial system. So I'd like to call upon you at some point to get further ideas. Thank you, Madam Chairman.